G'day guys, Leigh Diprose here from fstoplounge.com. As you can tell, I'm in beautiful Victoria and I've got the 12 Apostles behind me, which is absolutely stunning. I've always wanted to come here and I'm finally here. So now, how do you go about taking a scene like this, especially on an overcast day like you can see? I'll tell you what, you want to avoid using the wide-angle lens. That shot's been done to death. You want to avoid the cliche sort of postcard shot that you normally see. So put on a telephoto, put on a macro, and you're going to get a much better result. And I'll show you exactly what to do. I'll take a couple of shots and just point out some sort of things within the scene that you might not notice, and hopefully we should get some nice shots today.
So when presented with a scene like this one, and you're shooting with a 55 to 200mm lens like I am, it's important to look at the close details. Let me just pause it and show you. What you want to be looking for is the interesting parts of the image. So you want to look for your highlights, your shadows, your midtones to create a full image, rather than just a plain boring sky and maybe a little bit of ocean. So what I'm going to use is this rock by itself, and as you can see, it's casting a shadow on the water, which is my shadow area, which I'm really going to enhance. And what you can't see near my feet is there's a rock and there's also some footprints as well. So I'm really going to play with the light and try and get a nice black and white image out of this. So overall the image has turned out quite well. I'm very happy with it. It's a nice vertical image. So let's move on to the next one. So this next scene is actually right behind me, and it's very important to look right behind you when you're shooting landscapes. But let me just pause the video here, and you can see when the waves are rolling in, it's hitting these two rocks in the foreground. And I actually want to use those two rocks to really frame the base of my image, and use the limestone head there on the horizon to actually weight my image onto the right hand side. I'm going to position my horizon line on about a third line as well, and overall I'm going to go for a 16:9 crop, because I feel like the 4:3 or 3:2 isn't going to give me the correct ratio that I want. Also in post I'm going to edit the sky to make it a little bit darker, so overall I should get a nice sort of bright image even though it's quite overcast. So overall the image has worked out quite well. I'm pretty happy with it, but I will show something when you're shooting landscapes is when you're shooting you want to shoot horizontal, but you also want to shoot a vertical as well, especially if you're looking at getting published in magazines, because a lot of magazines are actually vertical. So I managed to get a nice black and white shot off too, which is looking kind of swell. That was really bad. Let's move on. So standing in the same position, I noticed there was some really nice texture on the limestone cliff. So I wanted to zoom in at 200 and take a couple of shots, and then in post I'll superimpose them together to get a nice sort of abstract. But panning down, I also noticed that there's some nice sort of water running up and down the beach, and you've got that nice colour of the limestone in the background, so it just said a nice abstract image to me. So I pointed my lens at it and voila. Okay, so another tip, you need some light. As you can see, let me just pause the video, you can see that there's hardly any light in this shot. I mean, not sort of direct sunlight, which is what I was after. I'm not sure if you can make out, but there's a small guy standing on the spit there on the edge with the limestone cliff in the background, and I really wanted to get that shot, so I had to be patient, and I was there a total of 6 hours for the whole entire shoot, and I only saw the sun 4 times, and literally I just had to wait. So I changed my settings a couple of times and I just waited, just stood there taking in the scenery, enjoying life, and then the sun came and it was fantastic. I could see it just coming, sweeping along the beach, so I was right in the right position, set up my shot and took it. Now the end result is actually really nice. If I didn't wait for the sun, it just would have been flat and boring. So it's important when you're looking at a landscape to actually know what sort of shot you're after and actually wait for those settings to happen. Hey, it might not happen, but if you're lucky, it could happen. Alrighty, so the next step was to walk down the beach, explore the beach, see what different angles I could get. I was only there for 6 hours, as I said before, so as I'm walking and not realizing that my camera is recording, let me just show you a couple of images that I took. Please be warned, some of them are quite abstract. Yeah, is it on? I don't know. Oh well, just keep walking. Yep, still walking. Just walking. Oh, no, it's on. Okay, so I arrive at my final destination, and just as I arrive, there's a little bit of sun showing and a little bit of blue sky. What more could I want? So, looking straight down the barrel, I can see this beautiful, what they call a apostle. It's part of the 12 apostles. I think there's only 8 now, but this was going to make a great black and white image. I had just the ocean, and I just had the pillars of limestone coming out of the ocean. So I was looking just to get a nice black and white image. Now, before I took the photo, I had to make sure that I was on the right settings, and basically when I was ready, I just took the shot. Guys and girls, I really want to thank you for watching. It's been a joy to bring you this video. I thoroughly enjoyed doing it, and I really hope to bring you some more in the future. So I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and also if you have any comments on landscape photography and how to improve, just simply drop me a comment down below and I'll get back to you. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.